Hey guys, how's it going? Admin Wilt here from RWBY Nation, and we're doing a little bit something different today. This is going to be the start of the RWBY Nation Let's Plays that I plan on adding to the YouTube channel. This specifically is going to be my single-player playthrough through RWBY Grimm Eclipse on Legendary. I have beaten the game on hard solo, and so I thought I'd take it up the next level and see how we do. This series hopefully will be broken up. Odds are to be one chapter per video, and just see how long that takes. I'll edit it up, so if I fail a whole bunch, it won't be sitting there just watching me fail over and over again, although I will leave in the good parts. But yeah, I thought this would be a fun idea to just try out and see how you guys would like it. It was something that I've actually been wanting to do for a little while, but we're gonna get right into it. We're going to start off, because I do have Jean at level 10, I wanted to make sure whatever characters I go through with this run are max level. It'll give me the best chance of beating it. I'm probably going to wait to get this before using that point, because I think I only need 1 point to get this. And I think that ability is the one that will spawn a... I'm actually not sure. I think it's usually the one that I get, though. But we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I've got about 30 or 35 hours in this game so far, so nothing extraordinary. Like, I know a lot of people have spent a lot of time in this game with. But I'm just going to try my best and see if I can beat the game on Legendary. And I do apologize ahead of time, because there's going to be a lot of move spamming, mostly because with each character, I find that they have their specific combos that are designed for different types of enemies. Like with that, it's like I didn't kill it with that combo, but if I use my aerial combo, it does kill them. And so I don't want to make it seem like I'm being annoying with it. But in order to do this correctly and not fail a whole bunch, it's what I'm going to have to do. It's just something that I found is sort of just necessary to beat it at this level. Because trying to beat this game on hard alone was almost impossible when I was first playing, before I started doing the move spamming. Because as soon as they get you in a stun lock where they can just constantly pretty much lay into you, it's very difficult to progress. Especially with Beowulfs. Beowulfs in a stun lock can literally kill you in a matter of just probably a second. And so you really cannot put yourself in a position to get stun locked like that, otherwise there's nothing you can do. You've already lost. You can try and dodge out of the way, but it usually doesn't end too well. And I'm actually trying to get a few of these guys in a group so that I don't have to spend as long just taking out a singular enemy at one time and taking out multiple enemies with one combo like I did there. But another big problem that I have is sometimes my combos just don't want to go off. And it's something that I've been having to deal with this playthrough, because I've been noticing it becoming a much bigger problem. And another thing I've noticed with Jean is the longer he has to charge with his shield dash, the more damage it does. If you do it from up close, it doesn't do barely any damage. But if you can do it from a long distance away, that is when you're going to do the maximum damage with that ability. And see, now we're all the way at this stage now. These little battles right here are not very difficult at all. I don't remember the last time I've actually had an issue with one of these issues, or one of these stages, I mean. It's normally in the control point defend missions is where the big issues happen. And later on in the game, when you start fighting the androids, that's another big issue. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a big reason why I wanted to do this, And it was mostly just because I wanted another sort of platform to connect with the RWBY Nation community. Because there will be other games than just Grimm Eclipse on this. I want to get more admins involved with Let's Plays and just have another way for the admins to be able to connect with the community. And I thought this would be a fun way to do it, because the podcast they're very, I guess, topic driven. We specifically talk about the episode at hand, and occasionally we'll have some more specialty podcasts where it'll be a little bit more open discussion on things. But for the most part, they are specifically for the newest episodes. And I want to keep them that way as much as possible, because it's very structured, and it seems to fit a formula that works quite well with podcasts. I'd love to be able to do more casual style stuff, but for right now, with the time that our admins have and everything else, I want to make it, if I'm going to make a podcast, I want to make it the most informative to the viewers as possible. And so with that, we're going to be keeping the same structure as usual. There we go, that's what I wanted. Get a bunch of team attacks in there. Just spam it. Bends the herd a lot. And one thing that I need to be able to get better at in this game in order to beat this on Legendary is countering. I don't do it enough, and it's going to kill me if I don't learn to do it more. Because a stunned enemy can be the difference between you getting stun locked and you being able to get away if just a couple of them is stunned. And with these enemies, I'm not as worried about it because they don't do enough damage to actually concern me. They're very easy to defeat. And I don't consider myself like an expert on Grimm Eclipse or anything. I've seen people in this game that's insanity. I'm doing this mostly for my own enjoyment, and because I feel like I am pretty decent at the game. Like I said, I did beat it on solo hard, and I've beaten the campaign overall a total of probably 8 or 9 times now. And it's just something that I really do enjoy. I love this game. There are a lot of problems with it. I am not one of the people that thinks like this game is fantastic because like there's nothing wrong with it. It's like a beautiful RWBY game, and that's not it. I play games like Doom and a bunch of other games, and this is another issue you see every now and then, is my controller likes to glitch out on me every now and then. Hopefully I'll be getting a new one before the end of this series. So hopefully it all works out alright. Gotta love the music for this game. RWBY music in general is just fantastic. It's what's gotten a lot of people into the show, is the music, and that's such a... just... I can imagine, like, Jeff Williams is so ecstatic that his music was able to bring people into a show, and that's just awesome, because the music in this show is insanely good. Jeff Williams knows how to make emotional pieces, how to make you feel like just an intense moment is happening, but at the same time he also has very catchy songs that you want to sing along to, and like that is such a unique thing to shows nowadays. It's like the music, yeah, you get the score for a lot of like bigger productions and things like that, and some scores are awesome, but like being able to have music that really connects with the show, and like when you can hear a certain track come on and be like, oh, that's so and so's music, it's like that's a big deal, and it's like it makes you feel. The best connection I can have to that is when I May Fall came on near the end of Volume 3, and it's like at that moment, like a lot of people I talked to that watched that part just talked about how powerful that moment was when Velvet displayed her weapon and what it was, and like having that song come on when Penny came out, or Penny's Weapons from Velvet, it was such a dramatic moment that it's just made you feel like, yes, this is what like RWBY is all about. Like this is happening right now, and I'm so happy for it. And this is one of those moments where I let a little bit too much damage come to the control point. So I'm gonna probably have to stay around the control center just a little bit better, just to make sure that these guys can't get any damage off on the control point. I'm just gonna have to keep them at bay, go for the closest ones. Yeah, now they're starting to do a little bit more damage, and I'm only on wave 2, and I'm more than halfway down on my damage. This is not great. I'm gonna have to use my ultimate more often, I think. If I can get away with only having to use it when the biggest groups are around, like this. And that's one of those moments where I couldn't get my combo off. Alright, so this is one of those first instances where you guys are going to see some editing done. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead back to where I was in the mission, and that's going to sort of signify, basically, I failed, but I'm not going to force you guys to sit through all of that again, because that would be very boring, and I don't want to put you guys through that. You guys want to see progress, and so that's what I'm going to do. It'll be longer on me, and I will probably talk about just how long beating a certain section has taken me. But this is how I'm going to get better. This is how I'm going to learn. And making mistakes and just learning what to do differently is going to change that. But, yeah, I will see you guys in just a sec. Alright, and we are back. Alright, nice little combo there. Doing much better this time around. We had a very good ult on that time. Got most of the Beowulfs down before they could do any damage at all. There we go. Doing much better this time around. Haven't even hit the halfway on the health. We're maybe like 3/4 down on health, and we're already in wave 3. This is a much better round. I'm gonna let the Beowulf spawn. Hit him with a few Team Jeans. Pepper him with a few team attacks. Get him off the point. Take him out. Yeah, this is a much better round. I'm doing a lot more damage in a lot shorter time. I'm just being able to focus a lot better, it feels like. Right, I'm gonna let them spawn in, pop ult. Hit him with a Team Jean. Doing much better. Yes. Already have both ults back up. Hit him with a few of those. Yes. Doing much better. That's what I'm talking about. And we have ult up again. That is fantastic. We lost a little bit more health than I would have liked, but we are in a very good position to beat this right now. Because if I can just do a quick double ult wipes with the last wave, that is going to be my best bet. The Alpha Beowulf, I'm not concerned about at all. I believe it's an Alpha and just a few of the creeps. Or whatever these things are called. I can never actually remember. Now we are at wave 4. 39 enemies, but we've got Beowulfs. Alright, I may have to pop an ult earlier than I thought. Just take out these guys as quick as possible. Alright, so far so good. Just keep them off of it. Ult's up again, gonna pop it. Take out all of these. There we go. And we have ult up again, gonna pop another one. No, don't want to get stun locked right here. Take out as many as I can. We're low on health, but I think we can do it. I had to pop that to get these two guys out so that I can deal with the alpha. And that is a victory! Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. Oh, that had me worried there for a minute. That's why I went a little silent, but oh, we did it. Chapter 1 is complete. Oh, that makes me happy. I thought that one wasted ult was going to do me in, but we ended up coming around in the end. But yeah, that actually, that turned out pretty well. But alright guys, that is going to do it for me for part 1 of this series. Be on the lookout though for new gameplay, different let's plays of different games. Definitely gonna try and get some more admins in here for some of those. I definitely know a few admins and a few games that I'd really like to do some let's plays in. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, this is the first of this series and there will be more to come. But for this sort of inaugural of the let's play on the RWBY Nation channel, I want to know if you guys have any questions for me, games that you'd like me to play, anything like that. I want to make this a very sort of two-way street between the admins and the community. So please let us know what you guys would like to see. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.